Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Saturday, February 6th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is I take vibrationally aligned actions. And today the astro is juicy. I always love when we have really strong yin players. And so when I pulled up the astro, I was like, oh, we're going to have Venus squaring Uranus. Let's see if Lilith is part of it. And I was disappointed to see that Lilith is not a part of it. And then I was like, well, let's see. Is Lilith doing something else? Because this season feels so Lilithy. And of course, Lilith is squaring Jupiter. So this is fascinating to me because right now, in regards to our evolution, in regards to change, and even in regards to our lessons, Aquarius and Taurus are the major and main players. There are, other signs that are activated, but wow, Taurus and Aquarius are dominating it. And so it's so interesting that we have, Venus in Aquarius bringing the yin energy to that vibe. And then we have Lilith in Taurus, and Lilith in Taurus is like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring this. So I love that we have the strong yin, strong feminine energies in both these signs. And really, what it keeps coming down to for me as I see this unfolding, as I see this dance that's happening, is that a major part of our personal evolution and our world's evolution is in reclaiming the yin, reclaiming the Venus, reclaiming the Lilith, noticing where those energies have been repressed, noticing where we resist those energies. And the resistance in those energies, no shame there. Like, this is what we've been taught for centuries, lifetime after lifetime. There's a reason why we resist it, whether it's fear, trauma, patternings, so many more reasons. But the fact that we have this Lilith, 11 degrees, master level degree, squaring Jupiter in Aquarius. And to me, Jupiter in Aquarius being like, what's the vision? Hold the vision. It's possible for you. It's there for you. Keep aligning with it. But, and yet, not without your Lilith. You need that Lilith energy to help align you, to help drive you into it. So I love that square. Now, the other square, Venus and Uranus. I think this goes hand in hand with what I was mentioning the other day with Venus and Saturn about bringing forth our gifts. In fact, I do have the sharing card today. Here it is. So it is still part of that process, and yet that Uranus energy may show us where we have some triggers, where we're holding ourselves back, where we need to personally do some evolution work, whether it's about our worth or how we're called to show up. So these squares, while they are potent, while they are helpful, they bring challenges. Again, they may show us our resistance, which we can be triggered by. They may bring triggers that show us our resistance, and there's so many deeper layers to this. And yet, how do you keep embracing that yin? How do you keep embracing that greater sense of surrender into who you are in and through this? I also love that I have the maturity card for today, because I always see this maturity card as a balance of the yin and yang energies and really being able to ground in them. We have been a very yang dominant culture. This is how we've been taught. So the more we can sink into the yin, the more we're also moving deeper into this evolution. So it's very exciting to me. I love this energy. Now, again, like I said, not easy. Squares are never easy, but potent. And that 11-degree energy with Lilith and Jupiter, mastery. So let's look at some of these other energies. Ooh, this is a nice one too. Venus connecting to Chiron. So we have Chiron in Aries. So even the Chiron in Aries, the I am energy, aligning with Venus. Like, who are you on that feminine layer, in that yin energy? No matter where you resonate, we're going to call it the gender spectrum, for lack of a better word, that doesn't even feel right or sound good to me, but wherever you resonate, we all have different degrees of how we engage this energy. We all have yin, and we all need that yin energy to help guide us, to help us know when to surrender, to help us into that intuition. So where are you being called to heal your Venus, the Venus part of yourself, that yin energy, the receptivity? So very potent. What does yin mean to you? How can you embody it further? How can you engage it more in your life? Let's see. Moon in Sagittarius, connecting into Jupiter, connecting into that Lilith energy. Again, that moon in Sagittarius is like, take aim and go for it. It's such a nice shift from that Scorpio energy. So the moon in Sagittarius is very much supporting this vision. And again, at that 11 degree master level degree, the cognizance, the consciousness around these visions, the vibrations, what you're connecting into, it really is doing work to spend time and to connect into that energy, and it really can support you. Sun and moon connecting as well. Just an overall, like, expansive, visiony day. Take time to envision. Take time to align. Take time to Lilith it up, whatever that means for you. The moon will be also squaring Uranus as it aligns with Venus energy, so there may be some hidden pitfalls. Now, Sagittarius energy can get a little bit too much like, I know, and part of the yin energy is embracing the mystery. In fact, that one used to be one of my favorite things. Gaia blooming, embrace the mystery. That was one of my favorite phrases to embody. So do keep that in mind. Keep yourself open. This is part of the overall lessons of the year. Open to where you don't know. And even in regards to any triggers coming up or any stuff about your worth, be like, okay, well, I know I've explored it a lot. Is there something else I need to know? Keeping yourself open like that could support this process as well. Let's see. We finish with the moon in Sagittarius connecting to Mercury. Again, overall, it's just such a what is your vision kind of day. Now, unfortunately, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. I do have in my cards, once we get past the consciousness, tuning in reverse, we'll dig into that. I do have the Thunderbolt card. And so I think that's part of this yin process, whether it's the really deep feelings or even processing the feelings around how submerged that yin energy has been. So do be aware there may be some of this. This can also represent, like some ego moments. So do be aware of that. And again, that may tie into like, oh, I think I know, and yet these other layers being able to come forth once we get past that ego. So do keep that in mind with that. The tuning in card in reverse. Let me feel through that. What I'm feeling with that is that although this energy isn't so much about feeling and there is a lot of this consciousness work, that there may be some latent or deeper feelings coming up. And again, that may be also connected to this. So if it does come through, allow it. Again, that's part of the yin, surrendering to letting these energies move through. So that's what I'm getting with that card. So that is it for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.